What factor do you think is mostly ignored when you design the public spaces? You know, the huge level of public development. Do you think what factor is mostly neglected by urban planners and developers?
If it's designed well, put it in ideal, like what is a good practice? The good practice is that you understand the function, I mean the program, what that public space meant for. Is it a park? Is it a street? Is it a place for large gatherings? And if you don't think about the solution where the function is taken care, then it's likely to be failed
You
primarily.
personally feel that, okay, this project has been designed by another urban developer. I'm not happy with this point of view.
Yeah, I won't point out any particular project, but the point is that first of all, in Indian context, see, we have a reference of public spaces in the foreign countries. We think those European countries has beautiful plazas and the streets and other things. But that whole life, culture, the way they have evolved, and the amount of people they have is different than what we have. We have markets, we have vendors, we have auto rickshaws, and a lot of other activities. We have smaller shops around it. So when you design, of course, we want to make our cities better and more cleaner, relatively, where everybody can function. The problem starts if you don't take care of people, basically. Like if you're designing a street or a public space where there is a vendor, and if you don't accommodate them as a part of the design solution, and they will come back, and it will eventually be again become an hindrance to what you have designed. So then it's not functional. So success of any such project is determined, of course, not like a, it's not a building or somebody's house where everything will remain clean and neat. It's people's space, ultimately people's place. So it will have its wear and tear at one point, but how well they are comfortable, whoever is the users, how well it is built in terms of the construction quality and the periodic maintenance. What fails in the public space is that in the beginning we do nice designs, let's say we build, we inaugurate, and we put it in the public, but then we forget about it. If it's not maintained, everything needs a maintenance. Car needs a maintenance, however the fancy your car is, or a house needs a maintenance. So public space needs a maintenance. So failure happens when you don't maintain, you don't govern, you don't manage at most of the time in the public space.
If we take the example of European cities, you know, they're beautifully well maintained public
Yeah.
spaces, and you also have the exposure of European cities
Yeah.
so far. So, can you just compare those things, like, you know, where we are lacking in development or in maintenance of the public spaces in India compared to these European countries?
First of all, we are getting better. I think we have lots of public spaces now which is well maintained. In Ahmedabad itself, you see the Kankaria, when the 20 years ago when it got developed as a public space. Earlier it was chaotic, polluted, dusty, and all the rubbish and everything is lying around. But now it's one of the cleaner public space with the same people who are using it. The psychological impact is now it has some sort of enclosure around, so people are going it, they are keeping it maintained. So corporation is also putting enough manpower to make sure that it get clean, there are enough garbage bins, people use it, and at the end they clean up every single day. This is the pattern in the European plazas or the public streets also. So they get dirty throughout the day because people are people, and but at the end somebody will come and clean up. So next morning it is going to be cleaner public space. And we, as a, wherever we have an important project, we are learning and we are doing it. But I think, as you also point out, the civic sense, as we grow as a country and people more travel around the world and see how we live on this particular planet, and slowly they will also figure it out how to keep our public space cleaner. We're the same people who goes to Singapore and won't do anything, don't want throw any wrapper or anything outside on the streets. Here we are comfortable doing it because we don't have any adverse effect. Nobody is stopping you. In Singapore, there are heavy fines if you do it. So I think bit of moderation, bit of control in some sense, bit of management, and our willingness, our individual willingness to keep our public space cleaner will improve.
So